Hi, everybody. Welcome to Deep Dives.
Hey, everyone. So we were looking into what we could do shows about that were deep dives. We came up with a couple ideas.
Yeah, so we had the Snake Mounds in Iowa or in Ohio. They're both the same. They both have 4 letters. And then I come from New York, and I never heard the Finger Lakes mentioned before, but I did, later in life, and then with in the community that we're in now, that obviously we hear it. So we wind up deciding to do the deep dives on the Finger Lakes and some of the crazy goings-ons there.
There's a lot of stuff.
And King's got yet.
Okay. Okay, stop. Okay. Gianna's laughing in the other room because she knows, she can already tell how this is going to go. Anyway, yeah, we were looking into the Finger Lakes. He started looking into it. We were still kind of between, were we going to do the Snake Mounds, or were we going to do this? But he was finding so much stuff, like more stuff than we realized, right?
Yeah, a lot. I didn't realize how much, under the table stuff was going on.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff. So we decided to go with that because there was a few things that were kind of interesting. And before we get going on that, we did have a couple announcements. I wanted to remind everyone, can you show the book? I don't want to do it.
Yeah. So this is
that our books, we got to scroll down. There we go. Our books are available on Amazon.
So this is Lisa's. Oh, the thing that come up.
Yeah,
here.
when you click on it, it like disappears. I don't know.
Yeah, I hate that. But so visions of shadows and stars, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, holy shit, I heard it wrong. Yeah, no, I think she has the most beautiful cover done probably in this century.
Oh, and you see Emma's name on there. She's our editor. She was my editor, so.
Yep, and Dobby's in the book.
Everybody is. Yeah. We kind of had, anyway, so that's mine. So that's available on Kindle and paperback. And then we also have your book that just came out.
Yep, and we're getting really good feedback on it, actually.
Yeah.
For the people who did get it, they're utilizing the codes.
Yeah. We had a couple of shows that we did about it. So there's Johnny's book also on Kindle and paperback. And we've had people reaching out to us that did it, but we also did a couple of shows.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a couple of shows, and we had some people that had some of this, used the same codes I did, and we both had the same type of relief in our back.
Yeah. So I think it was the last live we did where we were talking a little bit about how just using some of the codes, what our experiences were on that. So check that out if you haven't seen that.
What the thumbnail was, what, manifesting mindset or something?
Yeah, that was the first thing on it, was the manifesting mindset. Yeah. And then but we also did a launch for your book. And so we talked about a little bit on that one too. So if you're interested in learning more about them, those two shows I recommend.
Yeah, especially if you want to get more and more into manifesting and what to do. And I think, and then, we're going to have some exciting things coming down the road for that, because we think, going down that road of meditation, manifestation, different tools to manifest. And, I look at it like it's all in, one kind of, but everything's interconnected, and you need to stay in the right mindset with that.
And actually that last show that we did, we covered some stuff that happened in my book too.
Yeah.
Actually that last one that we did, that was the live, that one that has the manifesting mindset in it. I also shared a few stories and some sketches.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. That were from when I was first starting to interact with other consciousness.
Yeah, seeing other beings.
Yeah. So that was our last show. So, but we decided, and also, I decided I was going to share with you guys that I am drinking my tea tonight that was from my friend Solrita Anteria. She has that Soul Alchemy, and I kind of mixed them. So I have two of them here. I don't know if you can see, but Heal a Broken Heart, and I am that witch. I was going to do the love potion one. I was telling John, which one should I do? But the love potion one is almost gone. I got to order another one. So They're loose leaf teas, and they're really delicious, you guys. And I'm not just saying that because she's my friend. So I just wanted to kind of share. I don't know if you can see, but
And that's the best way to do it with the loose leaf teas in that strainer, because
Yeah.
they said some of the tea bags have plastics in it, so you gotta be careful.
yeah, this
Um,
is like really delicious. They're sweet, and some of them. She's got cleansing. She's got detox. She's got one that's for like a vision quest. And they're beautiful and they taste delicious. And so I wanted to share with you. When she first came out with it, I was so excited. We bought like a whole thing of it, and all the different ones. We have all of them.
yeah,
And
and
our
she's
family,
awesome. She's really good.
our family loves them.
Yeah,
Like we love all of them. So
anything she does is good.
yeah. So I just wanted to share that for our beautiful friend Sorita.
And then on the 13th at 10 o'clock
13th of February.
Pacific time,
Yeah,
we
10
have,
a.m.
yeah, Dr. Charnel.
Dr. Charnel. She's got a Truth TV channel on YouTube. She's also a naturopath doctor. She is an author of several books. She has a healing center in Louisiana, and she does retreats.
Biofeedback from that.
Biofeedback.
You don't have to be in person. You can be
We've done it.
We've done that, and we got the report you get back is extensive.
Yeah.
And she also, what I'm interested in hearing about is the future mapping.
Yes, that's what we wanted to touch on next time she
Yeah.
comes. So we're excited about that, and also to see where it is. But the last show that we did with her, we were talking about language.
Yes, yeah. What words you use, what you tell yourself, and what words you're using are all very important to you know.
And we touched on that a little bit in our manifestation video too that we were doing with you, because you know, the words you say and the vibration of them, it all kind of goes together. What we were seeing with that, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and again, everything is connected. So if you continue to stack doing the wrong kind of things, if you don't know it, but what you're doing is you're stacking potency or momentum against you. So as you go there, it's getting, it's going to get, you're going down, it's more and more potent that you're not going to be able to manifest, or you may manifest something that you don't want. So
yeah, we were talking about that a little bit, about how the frequencies and everything seem to be kind of speeding things up. And so it's just as easy to manifest what you don't want immediately than to manifest what you do want. So you want to be really careful about that. And that's one of the things I love about your codes, is that, it's kind of like dialing it in. It's like you can set an intention and you can do all the things that you do in your meditation. But if you add this extra layer, this extra component, it's almost like you're just building potency because you're being exact with what it is that you're looking to do.
So, what it reminds me of? When you ever have we had those radios on like an island, right? And they're stuck, and there's the big knob, and then you have the little fine tuning knob, and the big knob, it's going, and then you have the little one that you turn just a little bit, and it just goes, just little bits at a time, where it gets full, where it's perfect. And that's what I feel that is, because you have the macro, and then as you start to put a finer point on it, I think that's where the codes really come in. So that's really cool. And then on the 18th, on Tuesday the 18th, Jason and I are doing a crypto corner show, and so my schedule will probably be changing here pretty soon. So I don't know if we'll be doing lives. We may have to record, and then we'll put the shows up. But we are definitely going to continue to get the information out, because everything is still going in that way, and XRP and everything we talk about is going to be part of the future. So it's important that you guys get all the information that you can, and move forward with your building your wealth.
Absolutely. So then let's get going on what you were finding from the Finger Lakes, because you found some interesting stuff. The stuff that we hear about in the truther community for sure, but it's all part of it, I guess. It's all an aspect of it.
Yeah. So there was the biggest things that there. First of all, it's absolutely picturesque, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I don't know, it's not mountainside, but I don't know how you call it.
Well, they're like hills, and
they're like hills. They're not like mountains, but the colors are during fall, and the foliage, and
And the
The
waterfalls.
waterfalls, the water, the way the rocks are, everything. It looks beautiful.
That's what you heard, right? When you first hear about it in New York?
Yeah, yeah. One of my clients back east said he's going to the Finger Lakes. I had no idea what he was talking about. And it was upstate, and he said, you never went. It's gorgeous. You got to see it up there at this time of year. And it was like in October.
Yeah.
But yeah, so beyond that beauty, it looks like it masks some things. So one of the things that they have there is, so they have the secret military base there, which is the Seneca military base,
the Army Depot.
the Army Depot, right? And it's the underground tunnels there. And so what some people we call conspiracy, but it comes true. It's a conspiracy when it comes true in 6 months. It's not. Then we need another one to go search for. But yeah, no, the underground, the tunnels, and there's secret military bases beneath the Finger Lakes. And so with the cave systems, the tunnels, secret military activity there, that's really unexplained, because it's not like a hotbed for warring and fighting. It's a beautiful place, but yet there's military activities that are going on that really can't be explained. And so that Army Depot there, it's a storage site as well. So who knows what they're storing, or what they're storing, who they're storing, or who they're hybriding there to store. I mean, who knows what's happening there. But also what's going on there, when you have those underground facilities, and when you have a massive tunnel system under there, it's good to move the little humans around against their will. And so which is that's horrific, and that's hopefully that gets stopped. But that's there. And when you see those things happening, Jeffrey Epps, whatever, Jeffrey E. and Ghislaine, whatever.
Careful.
Yeah, they're well, not just them, but other high-profile American elites seem to have beautiful properties there. And we'll show you later unless some of you saw, but has a beautiful tattoo of the Finger Lakes, which is really nice.
I think most people saw that, but
yeah.
So you found out what? You found out there's underground.
So that's just the underground tunnels and the military bases there. That does. So it's like when there's smoke, there's fire, and that's where the conspiracy theorists are saying some of the things they're saying, because there's a lot of unexplained things that are happening between the military and all the tunnel systems, the people who own residences,
the cave systems over there, right?
Cave systems, yeah. So yeah, all that stuff.
Abandoned mines.
Yeah, abandoned mines. So there's but there, of course, there's no credible evidence. So it's just thrown out there for fun, for you guys to listen to.
Entertainment purposes
only. Yeah. And so one of the things that Lisa and I we picked kind of one piece that we thought were interesting.
We just kind of started, it just worked that way, where we just kind of dived into a certain thing.
So there's been UFO sightings there, and some government cover-ups, and so you can check out your stuff.
So you want to share? We have some pictures at the top, and then I guess it goes into So
so let me go to the bottom first. So this is the Seneca Army Depot. So this is it. So obviously, it's not a conspiracy. It's just it is there.
So let's find the map of the. It should be it should be one of those. Did you share screen? You might not even be showing them that.
Oh.
No, we're not sharing screen. Sorry, guys. So maybe start with the map. So basically, if you're not familiar with it, the Finger Lakes are these like series of elongated lakes that they said were formed by glacial activity. And then Seneca Lake stands as the deepest, reaching depths exceeding 600 feet, while Cayuga Lake follows closely. And these profound depths have not only shaped local ecosystems, but have also become central in to numerous accounts of unexplained aerial phenomena. So the
You can see there's 11 lakes.
yeah, there's 11 there. So they were saying over the decades, numerous reports have surfaced detailing unexplained aerial phenomenon with mysterious lights, and even tales of submerged extraterrestrial bases within the deep waters. So that's kind of like the beginning of the the stuff that they were talking about with the UFO. So we have a picture of a newspaper, I believe, newspaper article. So basically, these objects being like talked about and reports coming out about them have been happening since the 1960s, where locals were saying they were witnessing these disc-shaped. No, there should be an art like a newspaper. There should be a newspaper one. Are you still share?
Yeah.
Okay, because last time I didn't switch, so that's why I'm. I don't know if we should. But anyway, they were saying that there was a Syracuse New Times that was saying, yeah, that was like the newspaper cover. You can scroll a little bit if you want to, but they were basically saying, and see that graph right there. They were saying from 2001 to 2015. They had in just that area there, it was like 684,
yep.
but total for the state of New York, they logged over 5,000 reports
5,141.
during that period. So that's a lot of sightings, but a lot of them were over the Finger Lakes area. And then they were talking about theories of like submerged extraterrestrial bases, which is interesting because you have that map, I believe, of the we can show the sonar, the thing, and we can also we have a map of the area, I believe. Did we get the one with the? I don't know if we got the one with how close the Army Depot is to the actual Seneca Lake. I think we've missed that one.
I don't think we put it on. Where's the other one you're talking
about? That sonar images. There we go. Maybe go to the next tab. Up at the top, the next tab. There we go. So they were showing like that blue squiggly line at the bottom there. That's not the right computer. That's sea level. And so the Seneca Lake is deeper. It goes 632 feet deep, and then the Cayuga is 435 deep. So it goes below sea level. And there's rumors and stuff of like caves and things in there. So, who knows? But they run pretty deep.
And I was swimming in that lake, and
you just said you've never been there.
On record, I wasn't there.
Oh.
But when I was there, I had a wrestling match with a 50-foot monster. No one believes me.
So because of the depths, there's theories that suggest that the deep waters could conceal advanced alien technology hidden from prying eyes. So they were saying that while there's no concrete evidence of that, one of the things that people in that area, talk about was the proximity of the Seneca Army Depot to the actual lake, and that there's been a lot of mysterious sightings over that area. And then the Rochester Democrat and Chronicle, which is their newspaper, reported that on the Rochester UFO Study Group investigations, unusual lights were shown to be kind of over that area a lot. Well, it should be one of the tabs open. I think you just close it. No, it's the second from the last. So if you can just close off that ad, there you go, scroll up. So that's the Lake Monster thing.
Yeah.
That's not the one we want right now. Anyway, you can stop sharing with that. But anyway, so you can stop sharing though. Mm-hmm. Okay. So anyway, so they were talking about the unidentified flying objects of the Finger Lakes region being across all of the lakes. Oh, that is another. So that's, you're not showing
Go
it.
ahead.
Okay. Well, there's no reason to talk about it if it can't see it. But.
You have a wonderful voice too. There you go.
So that one and the one right before it, that's from patch.com. Okay.
You say one right before?
Yeah, but I was going to
Okay.
talk about the.
Do it.
So that one was on patch.com, and it was saying that there were over 21 UFO sightings in the New
Yes.
Jersey area.
New Jersey is a stinky state too.
Okay.
A bunch of landfills.
Yeah.
It really is a stinky state. But they had 21 UFO sightings in Jersey. I wonder what part of Jersey.
Yeah, it's probably just everywhere.
And then this was in Connecticut.
Yeah, that was the Connecticut Post.
Oh, wow! And so these are like newspapers of reputation,
like mainstream.
Yeah. Wow.
That were reporting it, and so even though those aren't the Finger Lakes, those are in really close proximity.
Yeah, that's
mile
close.
wise.
Yeah. And there's Cayuga.
And that one is the one that
where the sightings were, right? Like the lights.
The lights hanging over the stuff. That's where that one
and
was.
This is Seneca Lake, and Seneca Lake is the deepest one. And
there's a somewhere really close to the edge of the Seneca Lake. There is a that Army Depot thing, and then they have the under like
tunnels.
Yeah, the tunnels below
and
sea level.
Lisa brought up a good point. When you look at this picture, as pretty as it is, it looks like, especially because you could see under the street, but it looks like it's almost like put on like it's a hollowed out like topping of just like of trees and stuff. But underneath there is something going on. It don't look solid. It really doesn't. It does give you that effect. But look how beautiful. I mean, they're gorgeous pictures of this. But and then there's the tunnel, and that's that for those. But yeah, so it's how many sightings do we need to see before it's like before it's?
You can click off there.
I don't understand why it's still a mystery.
Yeah. So then, what do we have after the UFO?
So then after the UFO sightings. Then what we do is we go to the Native American. So the Native American connection.
That was the next one.
Oh no, the Seneca Monster.
Yeah, that was that newspaper.
I was a little excited, ladies and gentlemen. My bad. But the Seneca Lake Monster, or they call it Old Greenie. It's like a 50-foot alligator serpent type looking thing. And we brought up the picture earlier.
Was it the second to last one?
I'll bring it up again. Which one was it on?
No, I think it was further down the line. It was like, keep going. There it is. Did you share screen? I don't think so. No.
Yeah, it should.
Okay.
It's not giving me the option to share. I am going to go.
You have to pick one of them, right? The Finger Lakes region. Maybe that. No, it's UFOs. Lakes, maybe. I don't know where it's at. Sorry, guys.
I thought we were on it. Right there, yeah, we're on it already.
Share.
There we go. So yeah, so it has like a face like this, but maybe even a little more crocodile-ish. But the body gets like this and then goes into like a real coily, looks like more that it can coil up around just type snake looking thing.
Scroll up to the top of it a little bit so they can see what the, keep scrolling. There is the Lake Seneca. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Look at this. So the Lake Seneca Monster, creature killed in New York at the end of the 19th century. So that was the 1899?
Yeah.
So this is in 1899 that the biggest lake, which is the Lake Seneca.
And we don't have to read the whole thing, but basically what it was there was a paddle boat, a smaller paddle boat.
Steamboat?
No, I think it was, well, scroll down a little bit more. No, not up, down, slower. Paddle steamer. We were both right.
Tatiani.
Yeah. It was going across. And so the captain and this boatswain, they saw what they thought was you can go back up to the monster if you want. They saw what they thought was a boat that was turned over. And so they were going up to it. They kind of slowed down and changed their direction just a little bit so they didn't hit it. And then they went up alongside of it, and they thought they were going to be looking for maybe people that got thrown overboard.
Because they actually thought it was a boat.
Yeah. And as they got closer to it, it moved in a way away from them that they realized it wasn't. And then at one point they saw it open its mouth, and there were teeth. Two
rows of teeth, like a shark, but shaped like a sperm whale. They said a sperm whale would have, so kind of rounded, pointed teeth.
And then they said that they said that the captain said his adrenaline was going and he was going to ram it.
Yeah, he was trying to ram it,
and it was moving. And then anyway, long story short, they ended up killing it. But they said it was like 15 feet long.
50, right? I mean,
no, it should be right there.
25 feet.
Oh, 25
and
feet.
1,000 pounds. So that's a half a ton, and the size of a good sized great white.
Yeah, and its head was 4 feet long.
Yeah.
So anyway, it made it to newspapers, like not just like the Rochester reported on it, but they said that it made it to newspapers around the country. And keep going. And then and a lot of people were thinking that it was like a leftover animal that was from
prehistoric times.
Yeah, prehistoric times that was in there. And they were thinking that because of the cave systems in that particular lake, that they would be easy for them to kind of hide out.
Or they were thinking that it could be a government experiment gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to do whatever hybridization, and some wacky fish thing came out of it.
Yeah.
So, but so that's Old Greenie, and I think they get that because it had some type of green thing on it, like a tortoise shell. But so that, so you can see just in this beautifully, like, kind of lush landscape with beautiful trees and colors, that all this stuff going on, beneath the water, beneath the land, some pretty some pretty crazy stuff happening. And so to kind of take it back to where it started, or what the kind of legends are, or the myths are, the Native American connection is really pretty interesting.
Where do we have that one? It's here?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to put that screen.
The untitled then.
There you go. Yeah.
So the Native American connection and how the lakes were named. So basically you have the Howden Shawnee. That was the people that were there, and so they made up 5 different nations kind of together to make the Iroquois Confederacy. Seneca.
I'm sorry. Do you want to put on that?
Seneca Cayuga.
Seneca.
What did I say?
Seneca.
Oh, Seneca, Cayuga, Onondaga, Oneida, Mohawk, and then later the Tuscarora nations, and that's what made the Confederacy. And so when the natives spoke about this land, they were very reverent about it. They said it was very sacred for them. The landscapes were like portals that connected the physical and the spiritual. And then there was also some between the different sites, and then there was also a lot of a legendary curse that a lot of unexplained events were attributed to, even until this time, up to current date. So, like I said, there are 11 lakes. There are 11 finger lakes. And Seneca being the deepest, what the natives think is that there is no bottom to it. It's bottomless. It's a portal to the underworld. And so when you look at some of these things where, that lake, and then the Cayuga being a deep lake, and then they're saying there are portals under there, and then lights of maybe UFOs going there. Maybe that was the travel lane through the portal to come here and go through dimension. Who knows? And so it's pretty interesting. But how it got started was the Great Spirit to the natives, because it was a blessed land. It kind of put his hand down, or its hand down, on the land, and it created an imprint in the earth, so deep that when the waters did fill it, it gave it the Finger Lakes, like it looked like a hand. But that land, again, it was very sacred for them. So they looked at it, and it provided, guidance. It provided life. It provided healing. It provided protection. So it was a very, very, sacred land for the natives there. And so we'll move forward here. And so there are several different legends when it came to this, but to do two. The first one was a more positive one, that it was, it was more of a blessing of the land. This one was more of, they call it the tier of the Great Spirit. And so basically what this is, guys, when you look at it, this is over, the tiers. Obviously the Great Spirit was crying, and was crying because the native people there, the people that he looks over, or it looks over, were always in battle, fighting, having hardship. So obviously they're dying, maybe of disease, or killing each other, or whoever they're warring with. And so just those hard times coming in, and that's what this is. This is a depiction of the spectral battle, and you can see how they're kind of luminous, almost like the way they lit up here, and so they're really fighting on almost on a different plane. But you have the Great Spirit kind of watching, sad, and the tears are actually filling up the lakes. So that was, one of the myths as well. I like to go with the more positive one. I like the top one a little better, and that it was a little bit more positive, that at least. And so when you look at the spiritual significance of the lakes here, you got the Hoydin Shawnee. I want to get it right. That's why I keep saying it. Hoydin Shawnee believe that the Finger Lakes, again, they were the gateway between the physical and the spiritual. And there are many locations in the region were thought to possess that very strong energy, and serve as places of healing, act as portals to other dimensions. And they it was a very serious belief of theirs, and they would go to gain energy and strength in that way. And so the sacred lakes and spirit, you have each Finger Lake was associated with a specific spirit.
Oh, let's put the lakes up while you talk about it.
Okay.
Well, I think they were just at the top. Remember when we had the picture of the lakes? The tabs, baby. The tabs.
Oh. Where are they?
If you hover over them for a minute, keep going. Next. There it is.
There we go. So each one is associated with a different spirit guardian. So you have Cayuga and the Seneca Lakes. They're the deepest of the Finger Lakes. They were thought to be bottomless, like I was saying earlier, and they symbolized the portals to the underworld. And then some believe the spirits of warriors and elders still watch over the lakes, and they appear as mists or strange lights, shadow figures near the water at dusk. So through those, you can see, some people say they see it.
You know what I was just thinking of?
Yep.
What if the strange lights and the shadowy figures were actually to do with the UFO ET stuff?
Yeah, it could be.
Because even if you talk about people when they say that UFOs hide in clouds and things like that. So I was just thinking, like, what if they were actually interacting?
with actual UFOs and other
And that stuff had been around.
Yeah, you know what, a lot of it more and more I come to realize that again everything is connected. Like
Yeah.
everything seems like you can make a connection with it, with a lot of it.
Even the portal thing you were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I think like the portal to go down, that's why, yeah, because even they could go down, but a lot of these are used for different different energies, and I wonder if
Well, what if the military did put underground bases and stuff based on things that were left over from other things that were there? Or,
yeah.
I mean, you just never know.
Yeah, well, especially like if we think that in Egypt, the ETs, that was like ET technology,
Yeah.
right? To do the because obviously we know they couldn't do those pyramids back then, right? That's not a discussion anymore, I don't think. But
No,
but
some people.
yeah, but if you look at it, they said that in the Americas, right? Or in America, there's pyramids, just like right.
I think every continent has it.
So if that was the case, then that would have to mean that they weren't just in Egypt; they were in America.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, again, you can see connections going back. I mean, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And then so the Onondaga
Where's that at?
lake up here.
Oh.
So the Onondaga, this is called the birthplace of the great law of peace. So this is one of the good ones.
Syracuse.
Yeah, this is one of the good ones. And it's Onondaga Lake is considered to be one of the holiest sites for the Haudenosaunee culture, as it is where the great peacemaker brought 5 warring tribes to peace, and that's how they put them together to form the Confederacy, the Iroquois Confederacy. And so the site remains spiritually charged, and some claim there's some strange phenomena, such as unexplained glowing lights, and again, seen over the water at night. So it's even over here. It's not even just in the Cayuga. There's some over this one too, but at least this one's a little more peaceful.
Who were you telling me we need to go there with? You were telling me you wanted to.
Oh, with Katie?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Katie Mabry. Yeah, the sacred sites with Katie. We figure if we go to the Finger Lakes, maybe we could do something, go to a portal to the underworld and get stuck there forever. It'd be nice.
Oh.
Not like kidding. No, but with Katie, because she's good at,
with the land.
Really good with the land and has a good feel for it. And hopefully Phil will come. So if we get in trouble, he'll bail us out there.
Yeah.
Since he knows how to get around.
Save us.
Yeah. So
I bet you there's a lot of Bigfoot energy over there. All those trees.
Oh, yeah. And it's gorgeous. I mean,
yeah.
Especially, it reminds me of, how she likes Montana.
Yeah.
Right. That's how it would remind me how it looked. It's so beautifully, because you wouldn't think. I never knew New York had this stuff.
Yeah, because you were in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I was used to just buildings all around, and I never really left my neighborhood that much. And so I never.
If you did, you went to the club in the city.
That was it. Yeah, I went to the city. More cement.
Yeah.
So when they say that New York has some of the most beautiful countryside, it's true.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's the that's the Onondaga one. Let's see. And so let me see. I don't know. So there's some. Okay. So some other legends here. So you have the curse of the Seneca Nation. Seneca Nation.
Seneca.
There we go. So when the European settlers came, they desecrated some of the burial sites, and apparently that's not good to do.
Yeah.
And so what happened is they put a curse on those invaders, and that was the curse I was told. That's a legendary curse that to this day, when there's unexplained accidents that happen, it gets attributed to that curse. So this includes boating accidents, missing persons, and some eerie phenomena that have gone on. Again, all attributed to that curse. So
because they disrespected.
But they're sacred burial sites, which they and there's other cultures too that they go through great lengths to when they bury. There's, even like the Greeks had 10 days of, they put the things over the coins. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on.
That I remember I was telling you, that reminded me of Pyramid Lake here in Nevada.
Yeah.
That there was an indigenous curse on that water too, on that lake. And even to this day, a lot of people that come to fish. We did a show on it when we first started the channel.
Yeah.
Emma and I, had Allison from Ancient Oak. Ancient Oak. I always do this. Ancient Oak.
Tarot.
No, Psychic Arts. Yeah, Ancient Oak Psychic Arts. Sorry, Allison. Anyway, we looked into it, but there was one where there's this fish that only lives on Pyramid Lake, and people come there to fish, and it's very calm water, but for some reason there's a lot of drowning and missing persons and things like that at that lake. So but the natives have talked about it for years, that there's a curse on it.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
Very interesting. And so when you look at these places, so where when you live in the city during hunting season, which is right around Thanksgiving,
yeah,
when you go for like bucks and you go to shoot deer. My father used to hunt, and I couldn't stand it because you have to sit still early in the morning. It was crazy to me. But Ithaca, Syracuse, Rochester, or everything upstate, Monticello, all these places that are right around here were great places for them to go hunting. And so there was in the Seneca Army Depot right there was the spirit of the white deer. And so there was a group of mysterious white deer that thrived for decades just in this area. And so the natives have a legend of the white deer and the sacred, it was our sacred, when you see the white deer, is sacred messengers from the spirit world warning of impending disaster. So when you saw the white deer, you got to be careful because there was an impending doom. And so, but it's crazy because no one ever took a white deer home when they went over there. It's like in one area. That's so wild, and they thrived. It's wild. That's crazy. But you know what it probably was is because if you did see the white deer, you probably died because of the impending danger that came.
Yeah. Well, that was a warning. So it wasn't a good thing to see that guy. Doesn't sound like.
Now the next woman, and now there's, what does it say?
That was the next. That was Cayuga, right?
Yeah, that was no, that was Seneca. The next one's Cayuga with the woman.
Okay.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no, what is it? Hell fury like the woman scorned. What the hell is that? Hell hath no fury like the woman scorned, said by the right one. I'm only kidding now. Now, but this lady, she had a reason. I'll tell you her story. A well-known ghost story speaks of a mysterious woman in white. Often near Cayuga Lake at night, some say the native woman, some say the spirit of the native woman who drowned while searching for her lost child.
That's sad.
Very sad. Also, it could be the kid was misbehaving. But doomed to wander the shores forever. So that's got to be irritating. So she's got to be pissed, right? And so others claim she is a guardian spirit appearing to warn travelers of impending danger.
Again with the impending danger.
So another one. So you have your animals and then your women.
So if anything in white over there, it's not a good sign.
White.
You would think that it would be a good. You would think that it would be a good thing because it would be like
the white,
ethereal and but no, not these guys.
Yeah. And so, so that's that. So that's, so you can, so now you're seeing some of the lakes that have some of the different legends there. And so now if you go to the Canandaigua.
Where's that one at?
Lake. So that's over here.
Oh, okay.
That's right here. And so that's a little closer to Rochester. Now this means the chosen spot in Seneca language. It regarded as a place of visions and spiritual messages where they're going to be received. The native shamans said to have fasted near the lake, experiencing dreams that revealed prophecy or messages from their ancestors.
That's cool. Which
is really cool. So like if you have a relative that had passed away, this may be a good place to go sit. Even today, some visitors report vivid dreams, feelings of deep peace, or a sense of being watched when staying near the lake.
So that one and the Onondaga Lake are like really positive places
Yeah.
to go.
So yeah, you own it. Yeah, Onondaga right here, and then Canandaigua right here. Those are the two that have seems to have the best energy. To go, this is the holiest, and this one seems to have peace, and you can kind of commune with the spirit.
You got to show those pictures that you had too on this before you're done. Not now. I mean, not now, but when you're, you
Yeah.
have the one with the Finger Lakes and stuff. That
Oh
was.
yeah, I'll show that. All right. So the last thing is, are the Finger Lakes a spiritual portal? And so, many paranormal enthusiasts or spiritual seekers believe that there are certain areas in the Finger Lake region that act as energy vortices or portals. And then some of the locations that are frequently mentioned is Seneca Lake. They report strange time slips, unexplained lights, ghostly apparitions.
It sounds like Mount Charleston.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the apparition, right? Yeah. And then losing time.
Yeah.
And then Onondaga Lake, that's the site for great peace, believed to hold an immense spiritual force. And then you have, which we didn't really talk about yet, is Watkins Glen State Park. And some visitors report hearing whispers, seeing shadow figures, or experiencing disorientation while hiking through the gorge. So,
I want to go.
Yeah, right. So it's pretty remarkable that the Finger Lakes region is full of ancient legends, unexplained phenomena, spiritual significance is through the roof. So whether you believe in the sacred energy or curses, portals, the region's connection to its indigenous past is unshakable. It's there. They had a history there, and this is how they lived. And it really can, if you think through it and look through it, it's very captivating to know that there is a place out there like that. So yeah. I think it's pretty awesome. And then just some of the pictures I got for you is, so this is kind of
I can't see that.
Oh, this is the map of it. Let's see. So this is the map of it. You can see some of the lake here. So you can see these are more of the tribes that got together for the Confederacy. And then this is.
So that's the depot or not?
So no, this is an underground tunnel. This is the army thing.
With the gray?
Yeah. So the army base, this was obviously it's a drawing of what someone saw when they were down there, and you can see the little alien dude there. And he must have pulled a hip out. He's standing kind of like this. So, who knows? He could have.
And then
it's a lot.
The tattoo is the mirror image of the. So
this is Hunty.
And I think most people have seen that one, but that's Hunter Biden, and so his is like a mirror image of. Oh, all right, I gotta.
So you could see that, right? I just think it's incredible. Like, of all things to get on your back. I mean, look at this.
It's just like if you flipped it, right?
Yeah, and he's shooting through a mirror, and so it's like it's right there. So very odd. And again, they did say that there are some of the people that own homes there will kind of make you say things that make you say. What was that song? Things that make you say.
I'm not feeding into your weirdness.
Things that make you say.
That's not the words either.
Yum. Things that make you say yum. What is it?
Okay, enough. Sorry, you guys. But what's interesting is that really you could tie any of these things into any of those components of the conspiracy theory as a explanation.
Yeah.
Why you do it when you're talking about the lights, you're talking about it in different terms from UFOs, you're talking about it from the military base, and you're talking about it from even the indigenous people that in that area. That kind of came across in all of them.
Yeah.
And then when you're talking about the underwater caves, I mean, even when they were talking about from the Seneca sea monster, which is kind of anomalous with everything else that we were talking about, but it was talking about. You said that some people thought that it was like a military
Yeah, military experiment gone wrong.
Yeah. And so, and then that they thought, well, maybe they could hide in the caves under there, which brings us back to the indigenous people talking about portals. And it brings us back to people talking about underground military tunnels and things that they could do to move other people, throughout there, little people and things. So, it cross sections.
Yeah,
so many places.
When you look at it, like I look at and the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel in New York goes from Brooklyn to New York City.
Yeah.
And it goes under the ocean.
Freaked me out. Do you remember the first time you took me in there?
And it is freaky. I think
you're going under the water.
Actually, there's a movie with Sylvester Stallone, Daylight, and he is a specialist like that. And he gets there's an accident, an explosion, and the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel starts to cave in. And so they got to try and get out of it. But it always freaked me out. I hated that going under because you're literally under all the sea.
Then why did you take me under there? Because I was scared if you got freaked out too.
Well, I didn't get freaked out where I didn't drive. I'm not a nut job. I mean, I can still do it, but it is scary. But if it does,
can't you get across above too?
Yeah, but you could take the Brooklyn Bridge, but it's way out of the way. But not way out of the way, but it's the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel's quick. It's like boom, boom. And it went right to where you love, which you like the
Midtown.
No, right down where the towers were. Remember, you right. It was right out of there. Remember?
Yeah. That's
I can't even
beautiful
remember over there. But the financial district was your favorite. That's
financial district, and then over there.
Yeah, and over there, Battery Park.
Battery Park.
So that's right out of the Battery Tunnel.
So pretty over there.
But my point being is that when you think about a tunnel system that's hidden, not the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel is not hidden, right? But when you go in, you're in Brooklyn, and if there's no traffic in there, in about 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes maybe, you're in the city.
Yeah.
That's how quick it is going through it.
But you literally, it's not an exaggeration, like you start out here and then you're going down in, and this water is all over you. And I was telling him, and it gets dark, and it's like,
you can't see. If you didn't know the water was there, you wouldn't even know it. You think you're in a tunnel.
No, but knowing, because you're watching when you're going in, like you're seeing what's happening when you're entering.
Yeah.
So there's no way around like fooling yourself that that's not what you're doing.
But when you look at
it's fast though.
All the water that is there, there's 11 lakes, right? And there's how many counties?
Oh, we're talking about the Finger Lakes.
Yeah. So 14 counties or whatever they said is there.
Yeah.
So or 11 to 14 counties. But when you look at that and you go under how quickly to go from Brooklyn, if you're looking to move young people,
anything.
Yeah. I mean, how quick you disappear?
Yeah.
You go underneath the tunnel and you are so far on the other side because you didn't have to go through terrain up and down. It's a straight right through, and they're gone.
Yeah.
That's unnerving to me.
It is.
Especially when you have kids.
Yeah.
It's unnerving.
Well, and that things like, geographical things that you think of as stopping blocks on top are just not. They just go right through the water if they need to, under the water if they need to. Yeah. It doesn't really matter. It's a non-issue.
Yeah, and then when you look at and where they're connected to
mountains.
They're connected to mountains, and all the people who have the money to buy beautiful estates that are connected to all those tunnels. The beautiful estates, and so those are friendlies to the people who are moving people.
Well, and it reminds me of when they were talking about L.A., and they were talking about some of those houses having underground tunnels that actually connected to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, what if some of these estates and houses over there have the same?
Did you hear that the reason why you never see Will Smith driving in a car?
Yeah.
That there is underground Starbucks. There's there's underground Tesla tunnels.
No, right here in Vegas, there's underground. If you have to have a Tesla, and you can drive in these tunnels that are only for Teslas in Las Vegas, and it can get you from one area to another. But they were saying in LA, there was a kid who actually worked at the Starbucks that is in the underground tunnel, and they can avoid all the traffic because you can get caught up in that area for hours in traffic. But if you have the utilization of these tunnels, there's restaurants under there, and Starbucks under there, and all these things, stores, like they can hit the stores that are above ground, they can hit through the basement, go in, do what they got to do, leave, and they're just out of the way of all of these things that like LA is supposed to be crisscrossed with these tunnels.
Yeah, because if you think about it, there would be the number of sightings of the actors and actresses, they would be all over.
Yeah.
It's in. I mean, it's in one town. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just. I mean, how big can that town be with all those actors and the whole Hollywood was there. And I never really even thought about it because I couldn't. I don't really give a shit about them. But it is interesting when you hear it, and then you go like, this kid worked at a Starbucks that was that, and like Will Smith would walk up, and then this one or that.
And they didn't have to pay, and they made these people made really good money. So what
Yeah.
was that all about? Augustus, go.
He wants to attack.
Go.
It always seems like
Hey. Okay.
the people with people with money get comped. They get comped, and the people who need it don't get it.
What happened?
So-
There's a kitty by you.
What's the matter? You didn't say hi to
Come
everybody?
here. What happened? Nick's cat is with us, and he's grumpy. So Dobby does not get along with him.
Dobby, you gonna say hi?
Dobby, are you gonna say
Hi,
to
Commando.
everybody?
Hi, buddy. Say hi, buddy.
That's Dobby.
This is Dobby, buddy.
He's my bestie. He's in my book. When I was first starting my meditations, Dobby was with me and everyone, right?
Yep.
And you got your crystal and I got my crystal and we meditate together, right, buddy? Right, buddy? He's the best.
Yeah, he's really a good dog.
Anyway, so yeah, that was an interesting thing. We learned, you hear about the possible tunnel stuff and you heard about the moving of people. But and some of those tunnels possibly being used for hybridization and things like that, which we didn't really touch on because we didn't find too much about it. But I think all of those things are a possibility. That's the thing that you learn the more you start looking into stuff is all of the possibilities.
And you know what? I never say never anymore.
Right?
There's too many things.
You kind of have to suspend disbelief.
Yeah, there are too many things that I was heartbroken about for a while, hearing some of the things and seeing it and not realizing what was happening. And then it just sits right in your face.
Yeah.
So I never say never, and everyone should do their research and look it up. But this type of stuff is getting more and more interesting every time I look into something. So I hope you enjoyed the deep dive. We enjoyed kind of checking it out and sharing it with you guys.
And I found, I thought, steer clear of that area, right? Didn't you? Didn't you kind of think like that sounds like it's a kind of evil place to be? But then to hear that there are 2 actual lakes at least there that, and I'm sure there's more, but I mean, just to hear that they're really powerful in the positive.
Yeah.
I really do want to go. I want to call up Katie and once she's settled, she's got a busy year this year between traveling to Egypt and moving, and she's in the middle of moving across country right now. And we have another show we're supposed to do with her and Phil, but she's knee deep in moving right now. So we'll have to figure out how to make that happen. We were supposed to do it like last week and I screwed up. That wasn't her thing. It was a me thing. And now her schedule's kind of weird. So we got to just really.
Yeah, he's such I'm going to bite him.
Okay, please don't bite my dog.
Come here, bud. Good boy.
Guys, this is my life. This is you good?
I got hair in my mouth.
I wonder why.
I don't know. But anyway, so it was good to do this. And if you guys have anything that's even comparable, other places, any other places or a suggestion that you heard about, we're going to probably do the Idaho Iowa State Mountain. No, I'm sorry, the Snake Mounds in Ohio. She always gets it wrong.
I can't, you guys.
But don't worry about it. I'm here to correct. I correct.
Thanks, honey.
But it actually, I started to do a little bit on it and look at it since she brought it up, and it looks pretty. Some interesting stuff is going to come out about that. So I look forward to doing that deep dive, and I look forward to seeing you guys on with Dr. Charnel and then with Crypto Kauna.
And we're in between. We're going on a little quick getaway.
Yes, we're going to go on a getaway, so we'll have some pictures. We'll share it with you because it should be a really good energy.
Yeah,
whole family is going to go. Well, our family is going, and so
super not romantic for Valentine's Day, but it's okay. It's
yeah,
it is.
Yeah, originally it was, and then I came home and she invited more people.
Just your daughters.
Yeah, I don't know those other girls that are coming. I was going to go with her, but now I got to go to 3. So give me strength I need the Onondaga Lake spirit to give me strength. But anyway, we'll take some pictures and show you what we're doing over there. I can't wait to go and get some of that energy work done. So you guys have a great night from Deep Dives in the Desert, from Lisa and I. We love you guys. God bless.
And we will see you guys soon with Charnel.
Yes. Have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Be safe out there.
Oh.
That's my tagline.